So, what is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, guys, and today I'm coming at you with a top 4 Thunder Dragon YCS Niagara deck profile. And who do we have today?
You have Jake Quinsee from the UK.
Jake, all the way from the UK.
All the way.
You came here from the UK to Canada, and then next week is London, right?
That's right, ready for that.
To see you there as well.
Sweet.
And what deck did you play this weekend?
So I play Thunder Dragons, new stuff. I really like the deck, really like how it works. It's very controlling, and the fusions are pretty good. So I just thought I'd mix that with some boss chaos monsters, which we'll see, and it worked out really well. So I finished 8-1-1 in Swiss. I made it all the way to the top 4, and I lost against the guy who came second with his FDK deck, and then I lost in the 3rd place playoff against Paleo, unfortunately. Yes. But I had a good weekend. It was really good.
Okay, awesome. And how's the atmosphere here different from the UK atmosphere?
God, it's weird. It's so different.
How come?
So here they don't. In the UK, they don't make us stay in a specific area for if you top. They don't re-sleeve cards, and you don't have judges escort you to the bathroom, which is kind of like weird. So it's kind of different with that way. But the judges in Europe are insane in comparison. There's some great judges here, but some of them are nowhere near the level they are in Europe.
Oh, so they're more like highly.
Yeah. And the atmosphere there is insane. There's banners all over the walls, there's camera crew, there's a massive stage for feature matches, there's 4 commentators.
Wow.
It's insane in Europe, it really is. And if anyone gets a chance to go to a YCS in Europe, definitely go to one, because you'll see a huge difference.
Okay, awesome. And you know what, without further ado, let's get straight into the deck profile.
Great, right, so we'll go straight to the monsters. Okay, so we'll go with Thunder Dragons. So we play 3 Thunder Dragon, 3 Raw, 3 Dark, and 3 Hawk.
Okay, so can you explain what these cards does, like for those
Sure.
who are newer to the deck?
So what Thunder Dragon does, you can discard this card, add up to 2 copies. It's not once per turn. Copies of itself.
Nice.
And then what Raw does, you can discard it from your hand to add a banished Thunder monster or one in the graveyard to your hand.
Right.
Its banished effect is it can special summon a Thunder Dragon monster from the deck. So Dark's very similar, so this has an in-hand effect as well. You can discard it during an outplaced turn to add another copy from your deck to your hand, and its a banished ability is you can add any Thunder Dragon card, including the fusion, to your hand. And then Hawk is really good. So this one, the first effect is the best. You can discard it from your hand to special summon a banished or in graveyard Thunder Dragon monster to the field.
So the monster reborn.
Yeah, basically. And then its other effect is if you brick, or if you already have 2 of these in your hand, you can just mulligan your hand if it's banished, and so you can put as many cards in your hand to your deck and draw the same number of cards.
Nice.
Okay. Then we'll go with the Matrix. So what this does is you can discard it during an outplaced turn to increase a Thunder Dragon monster by 500 attack permanently. And then if it gets banished or sent to the graveyard, you can add another copy of itself to your hand. Right. Oh, by the way, all the new Thunder Dragon monsters are once per turn, so you can only use one or the other effect once per turn. Okay, and then we've got the Batman Solar. This is like a Foolish Berry. You can send any Thunder monster from your deck to the graveyard. Its other effect is you can special summon a token, a Thunder token, if you special summon a Thunder monster just out of the field. Both effects are once per turn, but it helps establish a board basically. This card gets you going.
Nice.
Okay, and then we will go with the hand traps. So we got 3 Ash,
right,
which came in really good, and a 3 Ghost Bell. So,
how important are these cards?
The importance now is quite high in comparison to what it was before. So Ash Blossom's always been good, but in this, against this deck, it helps you stop your opponent special summoning and gaining control of the board, which is something you can't. It's really hard to do in their turn to stop them going off, because all you're essentially doing is preventing people adding cards from the deck to the hand, unless you've got Titan on the board. And if you have Titan on board, you can use your effects in hand in their turn, like Matrix or the Dark, and then you can actually destroy something in their turn. But Ash, you definitely need it against the special summon decks. And Ghost Bell, now it's more important than ever. So what this card is really good against, it's really good against the mirror match, because every single card basically activates for graveyard or banished. Even if you're discarding to summon something from the banished pile, it can still negate it.
Right.
Which is important. And also, to make Titan, to make Colossus, you need to activate a Thunder Dragon monster in your hand to actually be able to make it with a Thunder monster. But if they negate the activation, like with Ghost Spell for example, they never discard it. So they cannot make Colossus, so that's vital. And it's good against other decks and matchups. It came in clutch against Jeff Jones. I played him in Swiss and in the top cut, so that was nerve-wracking. But luckily I won both games, matches. But yeah, Ghost Spell is vital now than it was before, so I'd definitely pick him up. And even against Sky Striker, it's really good because you can actually just stop the Kagari, add him back, and that's pretty clutch.
Right.
And then the Chaos monsters, so we've got the 2 BLS. I kind of wish I played 3, a third one. The card came in really good. It stole quite a few games. It's very controlling as well, so you can have this out on Colossus, and your opponent can't add. All they can do is commit. If they draw poorly, you can just banish everything and just basically attack for game. The best card I think this weekend was the new prize card.
What the, bro? Bro, what is this? What is this?
This is magic, honestly. This card is insane.
What does this do? What? You actually play this?
Yeah, so it came in really handy. So its ability is, if it's in the pendulum scale, you can pay 1,000 life points to add any banished dragon from to your hand. Remember, all the Thunder Dragon monsters are all Thunders, so you can't do that. But the reason why it came in handy is, so with a Lower Darkness and Dollys, I can add this back to my hand. Then this gets destroyed, and then I can basically summon this back. So its main monster effect is I can banish a Light in the Dark from the graveyard to summon it from the hand or from the extra deck. If I use the top ability with to add a dragon back, it gets destroyed, so it goes to the extra deck. And then its other effect is I can pay half my life points, send as many cards I control to the graveyard, and then your opponent sends cards they control to how many I sent to the grave, and then it goes back to the bottom of the deck. So it's pretty good. It basically beats Beatrice. It beats the mirror match because you're stopping Colossus, you're stopping Titan. They can't protect themselves with that. So you just basically commit this first. You set your dead spells, like your multiple instant fusions or your multiple allures, and you can just basically clear the board. And then you just basically press then and just take control of the board and tap the game, or you can just control the board. So it's really handy. And then Diablos is really good. So no one can target this. If you tribute a Thunder Dragon by its effect, you can just summon it from your hand or from the graveyard. So if you make Colossus with a Dark Thunder Dragon, you can just summon it. And
it's free.
Yes, free basically every turn. And it's 3k, so a lot of decks can't deal with a non-targetable 3k attack monster. So these are the monsters I played. I'm definitely going to change the ratio. I've got a pretty good list for London. It's going to involve 2 of these.
What? So even more?
Yeah, even more.
You're crazy, man.
So it's going to loop some pretty good cards. So we'll see how that goes then. Hopefully I can do another deck profile then if I do well. So the spells now, we've got 2 alert. I was going to play 3. The reason why I didn't, you only play 6 monsters that are Thunder Dragons that you get a good effect, a good profit from, but then you have these 2 as well. So the reason why this is kind of better than BLS sometimes because it's a dark, so it helps synergize with the allure really well. Then the other spells I played 3 gold sart. This card's insane. It's absolutely madness.
So like, what do you usually banish? The roar, right?
Yeah. So you multiple times you can do different things. So it depends on your hand. So you can either banish roar to summon Dark. If you have Soul on the board, you can go summon Solar, send like the egg. You can play this, banish this, summon this, get a token, and then link this and your token away for summon summoner. It's this new link monster, which is pretty good. And then you search any Thunder Dragon card from your deck to your hand. So you can even the fusion spell, and then you basically make Titan and double Colossus in that turn. And then you'll also have potentially Dragon Matrix in hand in one of the combos. And there's another combo as well where if you have this and this, you can go like normal summon this, send so you send raw. So you need Solar and this card. So you go Solar, send this, you go discard this, special this, you get a token. You link this away and this for your summoner. Let's get this guy out. Then the raw triggers, summon Dark. Then you can link away the raw for your Colossus because you've used a hand Thunder Dragon now.
Right.
And then you can search any card you want really. In here, what you can do is you can basically make. So if you add fusion now, so this is something you could do. if we get to it. So if you add fusion to your hand, you can then go, so this comes out with this search for this. You can make summon Saurus.
Oh yeah, you guys don't have that there, right?
No, we don't have this. So this card's really good. It's not vital. I didn't make it that many times this weekend. Probably like once or twice. But this is a combo that can come up. So you target this. You summon your egg. And then you got a choice now. So you can either make this into a Colossus and search another egg. I prefer to do this. You make Bomber Dragon. You activate egg. Egg searches another egg. Activate this. Put 3 of your Thunder Dragons in the deck. Make your Titan. Trigger this. Protect these by banishing your egg cards in the grave. And then next turn, you've got this to destruction with this. These are going to be protected next turn as well because they're in effects. And also, you've got this on board as well. And then next turn, you just banish this to add any Thunder monster from your graveyard and start all over again.
Nice. Cool.
Okay, so back
to spells.
Back to spells, guys. Back to basics. 3 instant fusion. This card is clutch. You get.
Right?
Yep, so you can get that one, but also Thousand Eyes Restrict. So if you want to take Beatrice, or if you want to take the Colossus in the mirror match, it's really vital. Man, I'm talking way too much.
No worries, man. You're doing great. You're doing great.
So we will. So I'm playing 2 of these. The other one went somewhere, and I'm playing Soul Charge and Reborn.
Okay, so 2 of these for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So Pretender is the second one. So 2 of these and yes.
So you have these. So you have one of this in hand, or this in hand. You can usually end on double Titan and double Colossus.
Wow.
So it's pretty broken.
No traps?
No traps. This is it. 40 cards. Really consistent. And a lot of players don't really know how to play against it. So everyone was reading my cards. So I guess people probably incorrectly sided, which was definitely a mistake. So if you ever come up with see new cards in the game, definitely read them what they do, because a lot of people just aren't prepared for new stuff. So the extra deck, we've got Link Rebo, we've got the Phoenix, we've got the Unicorn, we've got the 2 Summoners. There's the fusion. We got the Summon Stork, Topologic, and we got the Boral Sword. So these are just like game enders.
Yeah, this card is so good. Boral Sword is broken.
And then the fusions. So we've got the old school Kaminari. We got the Thousand Restrict. We got the 3 Colossus, and then the 2 Titan.
Broken.
Never really needed a 3rd Titan because you play 2 fusion. You can just recycle them back when they're banished.
Right. Cool.
Okay, and then the side deck. So we have the 3 Gamma with the driver. It's really good. It came in handy against Jeff Jones. It just basically stole a lot of the games, really. When you go second. Super Poly for the mirror match. This never came up. I only played against 1 mirror match. But yeah, so the aim is just to take away all their board.
Oh, their whole board.
And they can't respond to it. And also, you got the 3 Twin. The 3 Mind Control, that's for the mirror as well. 3 Rivalry, it's pretty good. And then also one of these guys. So this just basically protects your Colossus or your Titan from being mind controlled or from being targeted in their turn. And you'll be surprised how often it does come up, especially against the pure Sky Striker deck.
Okay, awesome. All right, amazing. Thank you so much for your
no problem, guys.
deck profile. I hope to see you in the UK.
Sure.
You know, it's gonna be super duper awesome. And you're telling me how you're planning to start like a YouTube channel or something?
Yeah. So I'm looking at starting. Well, I'm starting a YouTube channel in the UK very soon. So I was going to post this on my own, but it's not set up yet. So I figured the best person to come to is yourself. Yes. So yeah, I'm launching that very soon in the UK. I'm sure I'll send the links to yourself so you can pull it in the video. And also I want to give out a shout out to YGO City as well, because these guys sell European cards worldwide. They sell the latest cards. Every single set that comes out, they have pre-orders up. And they're pretty cheap as well. So and it's the fast delivery. So I recommend them.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and I'll definitely put your channel link in the description once your channel is ready. And yeah, this is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 signing out. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it.
No problem, bro.
All right, guys.
Cut this out.
Peace.
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. RIP the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a keen with it. Like, no, this league business. Ooh, you